Hey everybody, welcome back to a video. This is going to be a showcase of a game that I actually played the demo of a couple videos back called Transience. And it's made by this man here, BigfryTV. We checked it out. We could only play a certain amount of the demo, which was like a testing grounds area, sort of CQB combat sort of zone. He's going on, I'm just going to play the video and you can see for yourself. He goes into great detail of what it's going to be, and you can tell this guy, him and his team of a couple of guys, only a handful of them, are putting their everything into it. And I'm all for it, man. I want to play this. I'm just going to shut up and I'll chime in when I have something to say about it, but hear him out.
My game is finally releasing. 3.5 years ago, I was hosting game jams, making meme projects, poking fun at crypto metaverse scams, when we had a realization that the talent that I had around me, guys who have been making small projects in their spare time, crafting tight-knit experiences, could come together for something a little bit bigger. We decided to make a single-player stealth action FPS with elements inspired by the games I played growing up. You'll see traces of Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six, Max Payne, and although I don't...
Splinter Cell and Rainbow Six, you got me there. And Max Payne? I guess the Max Payne element comes in with the slow-mo.
Think we could ever fill those shoes. It's clear to us now, talking with all of you, that there's a hole in the market where those games once thrived. And the only way you can get close to those experiences now is from the indie space. 3 years ago, we announced Transience to the world, and the positivity that you all have shown throughout this process has made us incredibly proud. We've grown to over 41,000 wish lists on Steam, released a small demo a few years back showing off that early work, and this entire community has been on edge waiting for a release date. That time has finally come. On November 16th, 2025, we submitted Transience to Steam for final review. And if you're watching this video, that means that we have been greenlit, and I can finally say that the release date for Transience is December 4th, 2025. I would love for you to check it out on Steam. And
December 4th, 2025. Is that what he's... Yeah, that's what it said.
2025, we submitted Transience to Steam for final review. And if you're watching this video, that means that we have been greenlit, and I can finally say that the release date for Transience is December 4th.
Yes, December 4th, 2025. That's not that far away, man. I will be playing the crap out of this. There is definitely a hole in the marketplace for my type of game style and genre of games. I love the old Splinter Cell franchise, and I wanted them so badly to hurry up and make the remake. Whether that's happening or not, I think it is. We'll see. But anyway, yes, this is so close already. Man, they've been cooking them.
4th, 2025. I would love for you to check it out on Steam and leave us a wish list. I would love to get to 50,000 before this game launches. Now, 3 years ago when I pitched this game to you, I was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to take on the world. I told you guys that we wanted to release a solid indie title that harkens back to the glory days, and we wanted to do it for a solid price. I believe the quote was shooting for $10 to $15 because my goal here isn't to jet off to the Bahamas with all of the profit. Well, 3 years later and a much more polished product, as well as an investor to keep happy, things needed to shift. I'm here to announce that Transience will be available at launch on December 4th for $19.99.
Okay.
With a
19 USD, 20 bucks. 20 bucks American. What's that? For Australia, that's like, it's like 30 something bucks AUS in Australian dollars. I think my math is going to serve me correct. That's fair. That's fine. Like he said he had an investor, so they're obviously putting everything into it. They had to get somebody to help finance the thing. So they've got debts to pay, mouths to feed, debts to pay. That's fair enough. Like I don't mind paying that much money. I pay more for slop on the marketplace these days for games. So I'm more than happy to play that for an indie game. I love EA games. So I'm very interested to see how this game runs.
% discount, putting the launch price at just under $17.
Oh, 17.
I missed my mark by a couple of dollars. Please forgive me. There's also a supporter edition of the game that you can purchase for $29.99. Now, this isn't a bundle of exclusive cosmetics and locking away DLCs. You get access to the official soundtrack for the game and the quality like FLAC and WAV lossless files.
If anyone saw me play the demo, it was at the end of a playthrough with Dark Hours, I think, with my wife and our friend Gina. We played this demo, and I remember the soundtrack hitting. There was only like one or two songs that were playing, and I was like, damn, this thing goes hard. So I'm probably going to get the supporter pack just to listen to this.
Come with that, as well as a 145-page art book that's more of a design document showcasing early concept art, sketches, ideas, and jot notes from the team, insights into why we made certain design calls, how maps changed from concept to reality, early looks at character sketches, and it's essentially a deep dive into how this game came to be from a team of amateur indie developers who have grown into a small little studio. Now, the soundtrack will be available for everyone at a later date via Spotify and YouTube. So this is really a way for you guys to support our future endeavors, get one of the sickest art books that I've seen, and have the highest quality version of the soundtrack available through Steam. We're also partnering up with a few studios for bundles, which provide even more discounts if you buy the game there. 0 Hour, Intravenous 2, as well as Trepang 2 have signed on for the launch. So if you get the game through those bundles, there's even more savings, putting us right in line with what I told you guys I wanted to do 3 years ago. Transience features 9 levels spread across the world of New Houston and beyond, with a total playtime of around 8 to 12 hours based on internal playtester times. The game is a stealth action FPS, meaning it's meant to be played from the shadows, tactically moving through environments, taking out enemies as quietly as you can. However, it is a shooter, meaning if you want to get into the action, you can go guns blazing at your own risk. I want to stress that this.
So we get a choice between whether to take missions stealthily or just guns blaze. Awesome. I get a choice. We'll probably go the stealthy route because I love my stealth gameplays. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
A game that you can stealth all the way through. There are moments that require you to gun your way out of the situation. You play as Eli Reed, codenamed Talon, an accountant for hire who is part of the Collective, a group of highly trained mercenaries and assassins who handle bounties that corporations or other entities put out on one another. Accountants keep the books balanced by any means necessary. Only this time, Eli finds his own name at the top of the bounty list, with a shocking amount of Akron coin tied to taking him out. Eli dons the NNCG Eclipse suit. Originally built for the war efforts overseas, this suit comes equipped with Kevlar superior protection powered by end caps, which expand upon bullet impact, protecting Talon through intense combat scenarios. Equipped with your wrist launcher, Talon will be able to blind enemies with the flash pulse, distract guards with the noisemaker, put enemies to sleep with the sleep dart, as well as take out lights and other electronics with the EMP pulse. The suit also has night vision capabilities for when the power goes out or if you decide to take out a light or two. Almost every light in the game can be shot out, but be careful who's around when you do so, because you might alert an enemy of your presence. And for when you need a moment to breathe during an intense firefight, you have access to the Adrena-powered time dilation, meaning you can slow down time and gun down your foes with ease, but only for a short duration. Healing items, armor recharges, and Adrena time capsules can be found in levels via pens that plug straight into the suit that help replenish your resources. Usually, Eli has a whole slew of weapons and gear at his disposal, but seeing as he is now on the run, you must find your own gear throughout the levels of Transience. Accountant stashes are hidden around the world, which give access to attachments, new weapons, ammo, pens, and certain collectibles. Find these stashes around the world and unlock these attachments that can, for the most part, be swapped between whatever weapon you're using.
Oh, look at that.
Sights, foregrips, stock, underbarrel items.
Look at that.
Find these stashes around the world and unlock these attachments that can, for the most part,
look at the suppressor heating up.
Be swapped between what?
Damn, that's cool. That's a little detail I haven't seen too much in video games. The longer you hold fire, what's a game that actually does that? I can't think of a game that actually I've seen that detail before. That's super realistic though.
whatever weapon you're using. Sights, foregrips, stocks, underbarrel items, as well as suppressors can be universally fit to almost any weapon thanks to NWS and their industry-wide standard that allows weapon manufacturers to interchange core parts at will. You can take an MP5 and throw on a longer barrel with a suppressor and a foregrip and turn it into a pseudo-assault rifle. The XM5 has an SBR barrel that shortens the length of the gun and turns it from a carbine rifle to a smaller SMG type. You can take our Renegade
We kind of messed around with that system a little bit, as much as we could and knew how to. Is that suppressor on fire as well? Like heating up? Or is that just like a skin? Anyway, yeah, we sort of messed around with that. We didn't figure it out till like towards the end of playing through the demo. But yeah, there was a lot of customization towards the gun's attachments, which is cool.
Shotgun and throw on the long barrel with a shotgun suppressor and turn this hog into a killing machine.
It is heating
Every
up.
single attachment has a stat tied to it that changes things like vertical and horizontal recoil, damage, as well as the ergonomics of the weapon. There are 13 base weapons in the game with interchangeable parts that you can customize on the fly, making escaping transients a bit more manageable. There's an entire cast of fully voice-acted characters that weave through this story of transients.
It didn't really specify whether they were AI, but I'm assuming, I bet you they're real people voice acting.
Fully 3D in-engine cinematics, comic book cutscenes, and even some areas where you can speak directly to characters in the world to experience the full lore and story of the game. There's also a full collectible system in the game where you can find PDAs and tablets that feature news stories of things that are happening in New Houston, both in the past and present. On top of the campaign, we've also been working on a secondary mode called Holdout, which is a wave mode where every aspect of the game is on full display. For every kill, you earn points that can be spent to upgrade yourself between rounds. Harder enemies and more enemy spawns happen every wave. Headshots, hiding bodies, and stealth kills earn you more points as well. This is a small side mode for people who maybe are done with the story or simply want a different way to experience our top tier gunplay. All of that for an asking price at launch of around $17, even cheaper if you buy it with other games. We threw everything we had at this project.
I can tell.
We didn't ask for pre-orders. We didn't do early access. We didn't even do a Patreon. All of this was built off of your guys' support for me. Watching the videos.
And to be honest with you, after seeing his first video about the making of Transience, like, it wasn't this much detail about it. It was just generally what the game was going to be about and what it looks like and how it plays. Didn't have as much video as far as I can remember about showcasing. But if he put out like an EA or a supporter thing or whatever, I probably would have bought it, because I looked straight after that to see if I could just instantly purchase a supporter pack or buy something to support the funding to get this game rolling out. So I was like, I want to play this. I want to see this. I'm all for like small indie devs pushing the boundaries and trying to show up these AA, AAA game studios that are just making complete poo at the moment. So
allowed me to take sponsorships for videos that helped pay my team. We eventually were able to take on a very small investment and built this entire game from scratch over 3 years for less than what it costs to put a trailer out on the Game Awards. We haven't spent $1 in marketing. All of this is built off of the backs of this community. And now I'm asking for a few more things from you. Wish list the game right now so that you get notified as soon as it goes live on December 4th.
Yes, sir.
Share this video in a Discord. Let people know that this game is coming out. Let's get the word of mouth out there as much as humanly possible. And last and certainly not least, probably the most important thing, pick up Transience at its launch price. It will be the cheapest price you can get it at for the foreseeable future. Support this endeavor, support this studio, and buy a game that was built with blood, sweat, a lot of passion from a small team that gave absolutely every ounce of what they could give to this game. It's a kick-ass little indie shooter that I think you guys are going to enjoy. We shot for a really high quality level for what we could do as a small team. If you guys were in the Transience Discord, we are now, as of today, shifting everybody over to the Big Fry community Discord. There is a Transience section there, so if you buy the game and you happen to run into an issue or just chat about the game and the studio and everything surrounding this launch, go over to the Discord. The link is down in the description below. You guys also...
I'm sure they'll be really receiving as well of people that have found an issue that are respectful, because I know a lot of Discords for certain games that I will not name, but they just seem to shut people up by kicking them out and not addressing the actual issues with the game. I'm sure this won't happen with Big Fry's Discord and community and his support team. So yeah, there's an outlet to ask for help, and if you've got like a problem with the game if you actually pick this game up and play it, which I will be, there's a way and an avenue there to actually resolve an issue if you've got one, which is good, because it's so hard nowadays. You have to resort to finding YouTube videos to fix things that aren't even from the devs themselves, or Reddit posts, which is something I've had to do countless times to try and fix games for something that should be not a thing, issues that shouldn't be a thing.
So have probably noticed we did pull the old demo off of Steam. We had a bunch of people coming in, playing that old demo and judging the game based on what that showed, when in reality, it was a really early look at a game from 2 years ago that since that demo has seen a level of polish that I don't even think the team was ready to actually put on it. But the game has since increased in quality from every aspect from that demo. So if you guys enjoyed that, you're most likely going to enjoy the game. And for those who are asking for minimum and recommended specs for the game, that's now listed at the bottom.
Okay, minimum and recommended specs. What are we looking at? Minimum. Okay, GTX 1060, 8 gigabytes RAM, storage, available space. Cool. SSD recommended for both specs. Okay, recommended a minimum. Easy. That's doable. Like in terms of like a broader audience, for like everybody to experience the game that, don't have high-end PCs, this is good. 60 FPS at 1080p on high. 16 gigabyte RAM. Wicked.
Of the Steam page, but I'll also throw it up on screen here. I don't know what the future holds. I have no idea going into this launch. This is the first time I have seen anything like this and been on this side of the development and like launch process. Obviously, we're hoping for the best. For the last few months, we have been crushing QA, testing the game every single day with multiple testers, both inside the studio and out, trying to make this as issue-free as humanly possible. And I think if enough of you guys support it at launch, pick up a copy of the game, Steam's gonna go, oh, this is popping, and they're gonna put it in other people's discovery queues, which could just make the game more successful in the long run.
Start recommending
so if there has ever been a time to support this channel and this game, that time is now. Pick up a copy of Transience, play the game on December 4th. Let us know what you think, honestly, truly. Take all of the noise of me as a content creator and a controversial figure sometimes. I know we won't be able to push all of that to the side, but I truly hope that if you pick up the game, you can see the merit and you can see that this game stands on its own as a fun little FPS that is punching above its weight class in a lot of ways and is pushing for a quality level that I really don't think a lot of people expected us to do when we first announced this game. And one last final word to my team. Thank you guys. Without them, we're not in this position. Those guys sacrificed a lot to get this game into your hands. And thinking back to our early conversations about what this game was going to be, what we wanted to do, a stealth action game inspired by the games we played growing up, the Splinter Cells, the Max Paynes, the Rainbow Sixes. I think when 100%. You look at the overall product, we got pretty damn close to that initial concept. You put in a hell of a lot of effort, and it has truly been a fucking pleasure. Even through all of the stress, even through all of the bullshit, the late nights, the hard conversations, it's truly been a pleasure to watch you guys do your thing.
I'm sure I'm sure at times the dev team would have just been like, oh man, can we do this? Like, is this doable? Do we keep putting everything into this, or like, do we give up? And that would be hard, especially after 3 years. There would be times like that where you just want to call it quits and say, hey man, I can't do it anymore. Like, it's taking too much time and effort, and I don't know how you'd be paying for something like this. That's probably why they had to take the investment from someone. Because, like, how do you still got to support yourself somehow while you're making something as passionate as this, as they have.
Watch you consistently push the envelope forward and create what all of these people out here are wanting to play come December 4th. As always, my name is Big Fry. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting. And I'll see you on December 4th.
Yes, you will, sir. So there you go. That's from BigfryTV. This is his game, or the head of the Transience game development team. And yeah, big W to his team as well for slogging it out. Just a big W, man. Like, awesome job. I think it looks cool myself. It tickles my fancy for something I would like to play and my style of genre. I'll definitely be picking this up, wishlisting it. I'll probably buy the supporter pack, to be honest with you. I want to hear that soundtrack because the soundtrack slapped. And yeah, check it out yourselves on wishlist, on Steam, sorry. And yeah, I'll definitely be playing it on my channel, stream it back to back, and yeah, go through everything as much as possible. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and check out BigfryTV's channel as well, and stay up to date. But we haven't got long until the game releases. It's so close already. Christmas is coming, and this is just before. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I'll catch you in the next video or stream. See you later. Bye for now, not forever.